Unless you guys want to keep watching YouTube and got some good suggestions, but let's start on this nonsense. The only real question that I have to decide for us to do is whether or not we'll do some interludes, just like do interludes tonight, or if we'll actually start Septem. Because in Orleans, we've unlocked 3 different interludes. We've got one from my wife, Kiyohime, and then we've got one for Mozart, and one for Giles. Okay, I'm glad it helped. That was fun. Maybe I should do that more often. Just like going into the nonsense of YouTube for a bit. The only thing is that I don't know if I really want to share all my subscriptions with you guys. Like, you don't need to know what I watch. I don't think we get any skill upgrades though. Like, none of these give us any upgrades, so they're not really worth doing besides the courts and the actual, like, you know, getting to know the characters more. You have 1 rank of quests, but it is way too difficult for our current account to do. So probably gonna skip that for now. So I think we'll just start Septem for fun. I've got like an hour and a half that I could devote to this before I need to go to bed, so we could do this. I don't really feel like making faux sounds though, so also I should probably be less huge. I was this big to just be like covering part of the YouTube thing, but I probably don't need to be that big for FGO. Good morning. Do you sleep well, senpai? Like a log. Okay. I'm glad to hear it. Happy to know that you got plenty of rest. Are you ready to go into bullshit land of Septem? Itzy-Fo is also fired up. She's had more than enough sleep and breakfast. We don't know what it'll be like beyond the ray shift. No telling when or how much we can rest. So as much as possible, please get enough sleep. Stay in play is prohibited, since your magical energy is linked to your stamina. And about that dream. Did you see something? I think when Septem was originally coming out, was that the Dante's event? Because there was a whole thing with Dante and that guy that involved him basically, you know, protecting your dreams and a bunch of bullshit. But that was a long time ago. So Da Vinci says that masters and servants under contract see the same dream. I don't know what that means, but if you didn't see one, there's no problem. Let's go to the command room after breakfast. The doctor's eagerly waiting. Look, it's Dr. Roman. Good morning, everyone. By that I mean just you two and morning. Pet department is analyzing the Grialgi retreat as we speak. Half asleep genius myself. Please pardon the work group for not being very reliable. We've already set the ray shift. This time you're headed to 1st century Europe. Specifically, ancient Rome, the great empire that grew from Italy to control the Mediterranean Sea. Ancient Rome, really? Sounds like fun. I sort of want to go too. You have analyzing to do, I believe. Please partake of Roman pleasure some other time. Have you ever read Margaret George's Nero series before? If Margaret George, I'm pretty sure that's her name. I'm getting a French actress. Hold on. I literally have the books in the other room. I could go grab them, but it's I think I just spelled Margaret wrong. Yeah, it's Margaret George. So the first book, I'm pretty sure it's the first book. Anyway, is called Splendor in the Dark. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, that's the second book. The first book is Confessions of Young Nero. That's the first book. Let me grab that thing's thing. Here we go. So if you're like interested in like ancient Roman culture and that kind of thing, these two books are really good for that. And they like give you it's historical fiction in that there's, you know, actual dialogue between the characters, and it's not just like a dry like biography or those kind of things, but it's written from the perspective of Nero himself, and like heavily based on letters and notes from scholars and like a bunch of interesting historical information from the time. So like the events that happen in the book are based in reality of what actually happened according to scholars and those things. And Confessions of a Young Nero covers his early life, Nero's early life, and then Splendor in the Dark covers the part that everyone knows. Like typically if you are aware of Nero, like the things people know about Nero is, oh, he killed a bunch of Jews and he fiddled why Rome burned. The fiddling is not true. the fiddling is not true, and that's covered in Splendor Before the Dark. And according to all like reliable accounts and of scholars who weren't horribly biased against the emperor and like actually gave things, Nero actually helped out with like firefighting when the fires happened and those kind of things. So they're good. Like it's they're both really good books, interesting to read, and cover like his early childhood into his like early teenage years and such, being the emperor, and then the fall of everything that involved that, like Rome burning, his obsession with the Olympics and like Greek like sportsmanship and such, and like kind of the difficulties of like wanting to participate in that kind of thing, and the issues that like raises with like the emperor wants to participate in the games. Do you or do you not let the emperor win? Because if you let him win, he's going to be mad at you for letting him win and not giving like proper competition. But like if you beat him, then you beat the emperor and you might get killed for it, because everyone like will be like, what did you do? You know, like the interesting stuff to go there. It also covers like his various wives and like the eunuch that I think was like a twin of one of his wives or something, and there was some interesting sexcapades involving that are covered in the book in a very sympathetic way to it all, and kind of like touch into the grief of how he felt after that particular wife died. So like it's interesting. They're really, really good books that I would recommend them if you are interested in that kind of thing. That said, Nero in Fate Grand Order is a woman and is very fun. She umus, in case you don't know. She's pretty lovely. And I mean, she rides Liz around in the competitions, so how could you not love her, right? Annie Hoodles. Darn, I don't care which one, but I always want to chat with the Roman Emperor. Especially Emperor Caligula or Nero. But we'd have a lot in common. That's who. We can raise Caligula for the singularity. For the same. No, we can't. You also have to work. You also have work to do reviving Chaldea. That clear, Pete Theater. Your teleport point is the Imperial capital, Rome. The name of the Roman Empire's capital is also Rome. Geographically similar to the last time. The exact location of the supposedly existing Holy Grail is unknown. There may be historical changes as well. Neither can be determined. Sorry, the observation precision seems unstable. I think the long and short of what he just told us is that you're going in blind, kid. Good luck. Not a problem. Either way, Senpai and I will locate it. Right, that's the spirit. You really are reliable. Similar to the last mission, you'll reach and correct the singularity. Also find the Grail, and either obtain or destroy it. Humanity's continuation is on your shoulders. Hope you're successful this time too. And that you come back safely. Yes, we'll make it back to Chaldea, I promise. Counting on you, Senpai. Need your strength for this mission. Nah, we need you. We need you to upgrade your noble phantasm. Well, the fact is, running this mission requires your judgment and leadership. No doubt servants will be summoned during the 1st century Rome as well. If possible, call upon their power. Of course, you won't get help from hostile ones. Doctor, I have one question. May I ask it? Hostile servants and neutral servants, is there a way to distinguish them upon detection? It'd be best if we had the ability to distinguish them from our observation data. For example, the ability to see if approaching servants are enemies or possible allies. I'm sorry, unfortunately that's impossible. Even if we combine Sheba and Trismegistus, the best we can do is detect life forms and energy readings. That's an interesting note, because like Sheba is in Chaldea. I could have sworn Trismegistus is only within the Atlas Academy. Like, we use it way later in the story. It's interesting that he mentions this here because, like, at this point, isn't Chaldea kind of like secluded from the rest of the world to some extent and not able to contact the Atlas Academy or anyone else besides like ray shifting and that kind of thing? The ability to distinguish hostility that lies within the realm of psychology. For now, you can't quantify that with numbers. Sorry. But we can speculate from the situation. I'll warn you that if there's over 70% chance... If there's over 70% chance hostility. As for non-servant region local humans, try to my best to detect them as well. I mean, you don't need to, actually. You can play Fate Grand Order without watching, like, Fate Stay Night or those things. There's not really any connection between the two, besides the fact that, like, pseudo-servants tend to use people from Fate and whatnot because it gets people to buy quartz and, like, spend money on the game because they want to have Rin or they want Shiro or those kind of things. But the story is completely separate from the Fate routes. The only thing that, like, relates to it is when the main interludes is what they call them nowadays, like BB's event and that kind of thing. You can play them without needing to know anything about Heaven's Feel, the third Fate route, but knowing Heaven's Feel helps a teensy bit with like some of the stuff or some of the references, and then playing Fate Extella or Fate Extra would give you a lot more context around BB and the Sakura 5. But again, you really don't need to know it to actually play and enjoy the game though. Also, like I mentioned earlier, the early Singularities writing is, you'll see, I guess, while I go through this. It's a little rough, so you're okay. Sorry for asking too much of you. I realize it was logically unreasonable, but even so. Strategically speaking, it's best to avoid unnecessary battles. No, I knew it was an unreasonable request. Please forget it. Forgive me, I know I'm putting you in unreasonable danger. To the best of my ability, I'll support and back you up. I can promise you that much at least. Nash Pizza Eater. But this is the third singularity that we're going into. We've done the, or second technically, we've done the prologue, which there's a movie for if you want like to get the summary of the prologue in an hour and a half or so. Fate Grand Order. I forget the subtitle. I think it might just be Fate Grand Order. Is that covers Fuyuki, and then they skip everything up to Babylonia and Camelot. Camelot has 3 movies, and then Babylonia has a 24-episode anime, and then there's the OVA movie for the end of part 1, which is the Temple of Time, which is the final part of the first section of the story. And then there's the Moonlight, something Moonlight or so, which is like in between the end of the part 1 and the Lost Belts, that provides like background information and that kind of thing. But all I remember for the end was mongrels. Zashu, yes, Gilgamesh shows up in Babylonia. He shows up in other places too, but Dr. Roman, quit being so gloomy. Back you up mentally as well. No, it's just the sudden shift in mood is a little... Program start! Here we go. We're getting converted. 3, 2, 1. Ray shift, go! Boom! Alright. Show me Rome. There we go. B+. Eternal Madness Empire. Septem. I've streamed a little bit of Fate Extella before on here. Also a little bit of Fate Extra, because I have a PSP emulator. But it may help to know a teensy bit about Fate Extra when playing this particular singularity, because some nonsense shows up. Where's Caligula? Where's our angry man who yells? Okay, here he is. So I don't know. Hold on, sorry, that's what I should check first. So generally speaking, with the alt account, I'm trying to keep it like relatively balanced. 16? Okay. Let's do the first one. We'll see how it is. Oh. Okay. Apparently I can bring... We don't get a story or something yet. So... The question is, who should I bring? Oh, nice. Eminence and Shadow is fun. Are you watching the miniseries? Because the miniseries on YouTube is really cute and fun. I guess I'll bring... I'll just bring my girl, but I'll put her in the back line because I like to do themed parties. So let's try to get some Roman servants and like smart stuff. So we'll bring Mash, obviously, because she'd be with us at this point, right? And then Leonidas is a decent pick to bring. He's always relevant. But then let's bring Caesar. And I'll bring Caligula too, because I want to bring some lads. We'll also bring Boudica. So let's bring Boudica and Caligula. There you go. Alright, enjoy your Eminence and Shadow. The most recent episode was decently fun, so. He's level 25, isn't it? That's not what I just saw. I didn't already put him in my party, did I? Am I just blind? We could also bring Romulus. Or hold on. Just give me... There we go. Caligula. I'll probably like swap between Caligula and Romulus. Let's do this actually. But without Boudica's upgrade, she's slightly less useful because oh no, she starts with this. Okay, never mind. We're good. Yeah, we'll bring Boudica. She provides an interesting buff for us. So we'll do this. We'll bring Caligula in the front line and then 2 little supports to help him. And then go from there. Caligula can use the Necro Memes, that'll be fun. And then that's actually decent because we want her MP to go off. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. We'll just bring... He would benefit from things that have to do with Buster effectiveness, but Repeat Magic's good on everyone. So... I think for Caesar, do I have... I don't think I have a Sakura. Oh wait, no I do. I do have an imaginary element. We'll bring that. Alright, here we go. Let's see how this party goes, and then we'll decide if we need to give people upgrades or not. Like, raise their level a little bit. Ah, we successfully teleported this time, Senpai. Feel the wind, the scent of the earth, the vast blue sky. It's strange, I've seen it on film so many times. Just standing here, it's so much more vivid. Was I? I see. Sure, I was doing it without thinking. I mean, I feel overwhelmed. In France, it was one shock after another. Sounds like I'm finally able to face this landscape. Oh, QQ. Oh. Do you just pop out of Mash's chest? It's like Foe will be tagging along again. Purpose of the outside world of that cramped base. Can agree with that sentiment. Battles can be scary, but it makes me happy to discover new worlds like this. But that is visible in the sky of this air as well, isn't it? Yeah, the rings. That ring of light. The same as the one that was over France. I mean, it looks the same, not that I've examined it precisely. I wonder what it could be. It's such a huge ring of light, huh? Usually we can't get a good look at it from here. But it is an intriguing phenomena. I'll continue to investigate. By the way, is that... Oh, weren't you supposed to be in Rome? We're in the hills. You're right, Senpai, we're in the hills. That's weird, I confirmed it from here as well. That's not the capital. I'm sure that I picked your teleport position. Looks like that's a suburb of the Roman capital. Was there an error in the coordinates? Is the error correct? The error is correct, definitely the 1st century where the singularity exists. During the reign of Nero Claudius, 5th Emperor of Rome, that's for certain. Still, this is strange. Why are we so far from the capital? Despite the poisoning of Empress Agrippina last year, Nero isn't as dangerously declining years yet. An era where the Emperor is loved and the city of Rome is prosperous. That's what should have been awaiting you. No, Doctor, it's just rolling hills. All it needs is some sheep to complete it. There must be some reason for this. Do you see anything unusual in the surroundings? Well. I hear it. What? This is a battle somewhere? Yeah, I think it's the sound of a large battle. Seems to be coming from over the hill. Large battle? A war, maybe? No. No, that's impossible. There were no full-scale wars near the Roman capital in that era. That means there's a historical anomaly. That must be it. Let's go kill some Romans. That's no doubt about it. They're in combat. One side is overwhelmingly larger than the other. The larger forces wear regularly crimson and gold. The small wears the same, but a different design. Crimson and gold were colors especially liked in ancient Rome. Mash, anything else that's distinctive? A woman. Several groups of the smaller force are being led by a young woman. Practically taking on the enemy forces herself, the overwhelming avalanche towards the capital, all by herself. Extremely strong individual. A servant, perhaps. No, I'm not getting any readings on servants. You don't sense it either, do you? Correct. Then it's certain that woman is a human of this era. This is just personal speculation, but she reminds me a bit of Jeanne. No basis for it, though. Joan. Of Joan? The saint who rose to defend the sacred? What a weird phrase that is. Who this era was like that? Can't think of one. My knowledge is lacking. What a, like, stilted translation this has. They should really go back in and, like, retranslate this stuff. In any case, an impossible war is going on. Which means... let's help her. I know who it is, but her. You can guess. We're your firm policy sent by even foes fired up. Q. Aren't facing servants and monsters, but they have great numbers. Be careful. Right. There we go. Alright, in we go. In we go to have some fun. The blue sex amulet does take its time with loading these things. But we have Romans to kill, so this is good. Oh, these are easy, level 9. They're like little babies. Alright, I'm fairly certain that we can do this with Mr. Dropkick. I'm not sure about this. I don't know how much I trust Boudica to actually take someone out, even with just 1300. Yeah. Ooh, alright. We'll just have him do his work. Is that too loud? I know Caligula is kind of loud in general, but... Okay, this looks like we can do it. I'll use this just in case, and for fun. Can I get... Yeah, we got the attack buff. And why not? Oh, it's not party-wide. My bad. So, whenever it is that we unlock this interlude upgrade, this applies to the entire party. And makes Boudica, like, ironically, one of the best supports for Romans. Because Romulus Cuarnus, which is from a way later part of the story, can apply Roman to enemies. So like you combine him, who's the progenitor of Rome, with Boudica, who had a bad time from Rome, to say the least, and they make an amazing combo. Yeah, these two right here are probably going to be a good chunk of our party for a lot of this singularity, I think. Or at the very least, they'll be like ever so slightly interchangeable, because Boudica is basically budget mash until she gets her interlude and becomes like a slightly different and gets a little bit more in her own niche. But like her noble phantasm is defense oriented and does what Mash has on a skill, basically. So she's good for that. Sheath your swords, it's over. You there, are you reinforcements from the capital? I thought the capital was sealed off. No matter, I commend you. Doesn't matter if you were once my enemy, I'm merciful, so past mistakes are water under the bridge. More importantly, I praise the way you fought just now. For a girl to brandish a weapon larger than herself. I must say I like you. You should have indescribable, aberrant beauty. Very good. Shall allow you to fight by my side. Reveal in the ultimate honor. So you people sure dress in a strange fashion. Aren't you showing a little bit too much? Are you foreigners? Yes, you may enjoy wallowing the sweet sounds I utter. At any rate, this victory belongs to us. I reward you handsomely. Sorry, I couldn't help myself just now. You have to wait for your reward, as I have nothing but this sword at the moment. It will all be taken care of after we're back in Rome. Now then, follow me. So yeah, Septem is a bit of a weird time. Because as we shall see, there's an interesting war going on at the moment. Okay. So I just wanna... I'm tempted to raise him up just to get his the next skill of his. Because Hans is, even at this level, he's still very squishy. So it doesn't really feel like we're going too far, like, beyond what we should, if that makes sense. To like keep to keep things interesting. Because they're like, nowadays when you do this and join and such, and you roll the friend gotcha and everything else, I feel like the game is exceptionally generous. Especially like because this account existed from 2 years ago till now. When I logged in for the first time a while ago, I got a crap ton of 5-star embers from it. It was based on how many like missions you cleared in the singularity and other things like that, but it was still like more than enough where we could probably ascend a good number of people up just with that. Also, we'll get rid of that because I really don't need it. And then we've got some things that we can make CE bombs with, honestly. No one needs that. Or that, or this, or that. That's useful sometimes. Ruined churches are never useful, neither is Magatoshi. This, that's just Archer MP up. Which actually, you know, we'll keep that, because that might be useful during Septem. Or Camelot, rather, sorry. Death chance up is not useful at all, because literally the worst mechanic in the game. To be on the receiving end, and also on the attempting to make it work end. With like the exception of maybe... With like one exception. Where like using Nidacris for farming is decent. As long as you're hitting bronze units, but even then it's not guaranteed. So it's just not useful. Anyway, where's our 2-star buddy? Here he is. So I feel like we could give Caligula some health. And then we could get him up to at least 30 or so. I wouldn't mind getting him up to his next ascension. Because he's probably going to be like our main go-to for DPS nonsense. One more of these. Hopefully it gives us a double so I don't have to give him a tiny bit more. Nope, alright, be that way. What's the most useless one we have? There we go. I should have what I need. Okay. Worth it. I feel that. There we go. Oh, it's the 4th time. Alright, my bad. Anyway, that's good. I'll wait on us and needs either. But Boudica though. Boudica should probably get to 30. She mainly just gets health, honestly. Also, like, the funny thing about Boudica is that she gets more clothes as you ascend her, which is the opposite to a lot of servants in gacha games, I feel. But it makes sense if you think about her lore, that like as she gets stronger she would get more clothes. And if you are unaware of the lore of Boudica, and just why exactly her first skill is anti-Roman stuff, you should check out a history book about Boudica and what happened to her and her daughters. And maybe why she has the battle continuation skill as well. It makes sense lore-wise. It really does. Alright. Again, I am getting spoiled here. With the fact that, you know, we don't have any story supports yet. Let's stick with this party. It's an okay party. By the way, you people, I don't doubt that you're foreigners, but where are you from? Surely not Britannia. The Far East doesn't seem likely either. We're from the future. Chaldea? That's enough small talk. We still have many enemies to deal with. Second wave is coming. Damn those restless United Empire fools. How dare they interrupt my beautiful voice? Let's go. You, Very striking looking girl. I order you to serve as my shield. Huh? Right. Senpai, now that, well, where are the ones on the command somehow? That's fine. I feel like they should give us Nero as a support at this point, but whatever. Funny enough, on my main account, I had Nero at this point. I rolled her pretty early, and she became my anchor very quickly. Okay. Mash can definitely kill something with 1,000 health. Just barely, but she can do it. Okay, are we about to get more Boudica cards or what? Oh wait, oh no, we're good. We're good. Actually, we can do this even. Should be okay. With the Buster, yeah, there we go. But yeah, Caligula is stupidly powerful for how low his rarity is, which is kind of great. His skill is a little bit weird for a Berserker, because generally speaking you don't think of Berserkers as being support units, but Caligula's Noble Phantasm, as you can see, inflicts Skill Seal and MP Seal, which is like not what you normally would expect from a Berserker. Useful though, especially in like way later chapters. He definitely has his uses. But more importantly, he does good damage when he's got all the attack buffs going. Thank you. Do 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 do. Somehow we're out of danger. You end up saving the day again. Sure, it's not uncommon to be outnumbered in war, but being on the inferior side is no fun. It's so tiring. Oh, it's not over yet. I can sense more coming. Servant Mash. PC, I've detected a single servant. Yes, I'm sensing it. It's almost there. It is. My beloved younger sister's child. Uncle. No. No, no, let me call you this now. You fool who inexplicably lost his way aligning with the United Empire. Caligula. What did she just say? Uncle. Is that what she said? Yes, I'm sure that's what I heard. A human living in this era and a blood relative of a servant? Let's look into that later, Mash. No question about it, that's a servant. Easy, are you ready? Our first servant battle since coming to this era. Oh, I'm ready. No need to worry, Senpai. Oh, Master. My actions are destiny. Give up your life. Give up that body. All of it. Give it up! Cool, how could you? Here he comes. Servant battle. Master, your orders. So, generally speaking, people refer to this singularity as the Nero wanking singularity. Because as you may have noticed already, Dr. Roman talked about how Nero is not a servant right now and she's just a regular old human. But you know, she takes on servants and fights with them and wins somehow, which is not normal. Despite what the fate route might make you think, it is not normal to do that kind of stuff. So I don't think that this will work. So Caligula would definitely kill one, but then I don't think that Boudica will manage to go 1400 with a single quick. Surprisingly enough, she did it. It was close though. Alright, he's got 51k. Oh man. Damn, he missed it. I really wish that Boudica's skill was upgraded, because that would be exceptionally useful right now. Go dropkick Roman, man, go! Alright, this seems like a good time to do this. Let's see how much Boudica can do. God damn. Those crits were nice. For a level 30 Boudica with like, what, like 3,300 or something attack? 3,500? Impressive. Alright. Go for it, Boudica. Use that special attack damage of yours. I am kind of worried about Caligula getting attacked, but we'll see. Okay. We're good. We win. The nice thing about the early game is that servant battles never had break bars, because break bars weren't introduced until way later. So like, technically you can kind of cheese your way through most of it if you just bring like really powerful supports and just nuke things from orbit. Because the like interesting gimmicks and fights within FGO don't really start until Camelot. Oh, my beloved younger sister's child. Why won't you give it to me? Why can't you give it to me? My beautiful, my. He's gone. Uncle. He no longer sense his presence. Enemy troops seem to be withdrawing as well. My uncle must have been the general of that battalion. I don't think I've ever seen him again. Looks like he turned into a spiritual body and left. Or fled, rather. Good work. Berserker class from the looks of him, so it's hard to believe that he'd flee. Could it be that he has a master? Huh? What is it? There's a man around here who can be heard but not seen. By the feel of it, maybe a mage? I'm glad you know of magecraft. Yes, these two and myself are from an organization called Chaldea. That's alright. You two, no, three over there. Hey, you interrupted me. Not sure what the woman no body, but the two of you fought marvelously. I praise you again. Before I ask your lineage, I'll offer my own. I am the true protector of Rome. Truly, I am Rome itself. I swear to rebuild the empire. Yes, this I swear to the gods, my ancestors, myself, and to the people. I am Nero Claudius, 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire. I knew it. Are you surprised? You are surprised! Of course, very good. Be as surprised and amazed as you like. I shall allow it. Emperor Nero was a girl? History is deep. We know that the Padaru happens. And that Nero is a woman in this particular universe. But they're surprised still. It's 11:15. How big is this node? 4? It feels kind of dumb to only get through like one node of Septem. But also I'm kind of tired, honestly. I'll try to do this node because we can finally start to bring Nero. So we'll bring Nero and we'll bring Caesar as well. He's a good mix. And our last 10 person will be Boudica, I guess. We'll see how that works. I'll give him repeat magic. Take a good look and be struck with like city, a glorious regime that even young girls extol. Everyone seems to be laughing. Ho ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Ho. Oh. Nero's pretty great. You look happy. Happy Nero. Being thrilled about pretty people. If you like this character, I highly recommend watching Fate Extra. Didn't I tell you? After all, this is the greatest city in the world. First, there was Septem S1. Those words exist like so. That's where all it started. Our glorious history began with our divine ancestors in those hills. And, hey, shopkeeper, I'm taking one of those apples. Welcome to my, oh, your majesty, please take as you wish. Glory to the emperor in Rome. Shopkeeper, you don't have to be so stiff. Yes, yes, this is a delicious apple. Why don't you take one too? We're returning from war, so no need to worry about bad manners. Sweet fruit does wonders for battle fatigue. My wounds won't be here, but my motivation will. Oh, no thank you, but I appreciate the gesture. Then how about that woman over there? They're delicious, don't be shy. Really? That's pretty modest of you. Well, for me, I'm usually humble about things too, you know? But I want to show off a little. Anyway. He's cute. How cute. Once again, I like you. Honestly, I'm unclear about what you speak of, but I can tell that you and that girl are honest people. Relieved to hear you say that, Emperor Nero. It might be best to think of us simply as a mage and his pupils. Is that so? Let's forget this confusing talk of masters and servants. You are the mage's pupils, and the mage speaks from a distant land. And you also said your goal is to aid me? Yes, you aren't wrong about that. The center of the world and the world itself. The name of the greatest empire that rules the world is Rome. In this era, there should be no threat to the city. The Grail's influence must be upsetting events. If I am right, this era's singularity is probably the existence of the great Roman Empire. An empire got greatly influenced later generations. Stopping its destruction would fix the singularity. Sorry, I don't quite understand. Please speak a bit more in my range of understanding. Sorry, you can be a bit too theoretical. I'll explain. We seek something called the Holy Grail, a magical item with special powers. It's causing a great many disturbances just by being here. The odds are great that the Grail is the problem eating away at Rome right now. I see. This Holy Grail is damaging my Rome. Yes, it must sound astounding to you. No, neither strange nor weird. This Holy Grail it strangely worries me. Never mind, a needless concern of mine. Just a nightmare I had once. Right, come with me. Let's talk freely in my home. Wait, what? Is there something wrong at the market? Hey, what's this? What are you people doing to my shop? Oh? How dare you do this to my Rome and my people? Enemy spies? Either way, it's unforgivable. Here we go, let's go beat up some people. Remember what I said when we were playing Orleans about filler content? And random fights? We're just gonna stop a random disruption in the market. It's fine. No biggie. But there she be. Only two? Okay. In that case. Let's see if Caesar can kill this. Oh yeah. Yeah, Caesar's gonna be great in the singularity. Oh, got the attack up. Easy. So level 26 Nero. So we probably don't need to raise our servants much at all. Like they're probably perfectly fine at their current level. As much as I want their other skills and that kind of thing. You might be slightly over leveled already. Alright, they're not giving me the story support again, so. Let's bring Romulus for fun. Now then, my Rome is currently endangered. My great empire's territories are now, vexingly enough, ripped apart and scattered all over. On one hand, there's the true Roman Empire that I rule over, the area centered around this capital. On the other hand, there's an alliance controlled by multiple emperors that suddenly appeared out of nowhere. The United Roman Empire, as they call themselves when they stole half of mine. The United Empire is still a mystery to us. No matter how many scouts we send out, none ever return. Even the location of the capital where these fake emperors gather is unknown to us. Multiple emperors, you say? That's right. In my eyes, they're just a group of treacherous bandits. And... no, it's not worth mentioning. Just rebels spreading their vicious lies. They call themselves emperor, but they're just pretenders. Senpai. No, it's fine. You saw one of them before. Caligula, the enemy general. The man who single-handedly slaughtered my forces before you arrived. He's one of the traitors who calls himself emperor, as well as being my uncle. Shouldn't he be dead already? Yes, dear foremost mage, that is correct. Even our court mage was killed by Uncle Caligula, but if he was still alive, he might have gotten along well. Our mage boasted that he had overcome death. In truth, he showed me some impressive spells, but he was killed by that one emperor's sword. A master of spells who shouldn't have died, yet died easily. Shouldn't be possible, yet he did. To easily beat a mage of this era, that's no ordinary human, it's a servant. That must be causing the historical anomaly when the emperors got hold of the Grail. Highly unlikely that's the cause of this era's singularity. Sorry, highly likely. Honestly, the United Empire is very strong. Violent battles are occurring all over and the people suffer. Dispatched all my serving viceroys and generals, and thrown nearly every troop at them. Yet the United Empire's power is undiminished. Recently, an expeditionary force of theirs pressed in on the capital. They managed to get inside. Only had a few of my troops to defend us. Hate to say it, but it showed me that this situation is beyond my ability to break by myself. Therefore, I implore you, become my generals. Then Rome and I shall assist you in obtaining this Holy Grail. Wow, such a heaven-sent proposal. Seems to have a common cause. That's right, what do you think, Senpai? Do we get a salary? Of course! As soon as the United Empire is beaten, I shall give you what you desire. I shall grant one of you the title of Viceroy, as well as a reward for the work you've already done. Rest well tonight. I shall prepare quarters suitable for a Viceroy for you. Oh, yes. Will the invisible mage require them as well? Don't worry about me. Supplying a room for these two will be enough. By the way, Your Majesty, have you ever heard the name Lev Liner? Lev? No, I haven't. Who is he? A mage of our era. He betrayed Chaldea and all of humanity. There's a chance he's in this era. Well, I don't know if he revealed himself or taken any action. A mage from a foreign land. Heard there's a powerful mage in the United Empire. Only a rumor, but someone saw that mage on the front line. It's possible. Your Majesty, I have a request. Speak. I'd like MASH and Pizza to be deployed as close to the front lines as possible. I don't mind, but will Pizza Eater be alright? Yes, Lev Liner is our enemy. The director will be avenged. That's right, we can't let him go after the way he killed the director. Very well. Claudius will honor your request. I shall pray to the gods and divine ancestors of Rome that your enemies be defeated. But first, how about a feast before you rest? Not as grand as usual due to the war, but it will still be a feast where I spare no efforts. Mash, do you drink? There's something special imported from the Orient. Oh, no drinking from me, thanks. Your Majesty, the Eastern City Gate is under attack by a mid-sized United Empire force. I think they're remnants of that expeditionary force. Our Eastern Gate can't hold them back. Just about to have a rare, pleasant feast. Go, Mash, Pizza Eater. Looks like your time has come. Won't be unusual if another servant shows up as the Enemy General. Stay on guard. Understood. Senpai, shall we? Yee. Counting on you, Viceroy. Show the skills you demonstrated before. Please come wait. We'll look forward to it. Enemy forces sighted. They're in battle formation. You're facing human forces, not servants or monsters. Take it easy on them, you two. Got it. Your commands, please. Yeah, Mash easily wins against any human. We're not in Fate Strange Fake. Maybe? I think this should work. Yeah, we're good. Oh, this worked out really well, actually. 3 lads. Actually, we're probably fine. That wasn't the right button. Let's see what we do here. Beautiful. Look how tall Romulus is. The dude is massive. Like, he is... Like, Mash and Caesar's head are like barely up past his abs. Dude is huge. Caesar's at like his nipple level. But Mash is like... she like matches his abs and that's it. He also poses like Solaire from Dark Souls to some extent. The sun is setting, but it seems the attack isn't over yet. I'm worried about the enemy's numbers. Keep an eye on his stamina and magical energy consumption. Yes, Doctor. Try not to exert yourself too much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop at this note. I can feel my eyes getting sleepy. So once we clear this in the next battle. Okay. Sleepy indeed. Not to be confused with feeling warm or anything like that, or at sea, or any Hoshino isms. I set Hoshino, the summer version of Hoshino, or swimsuit, whatever you call it, onto my home screen today in Blue Archive. And was amused by her like voice line of like, we're like, what? You're gonna make me do paperwork in this outfit? And I was like, come on, Hoshino. I just wanted to know what you were gonna do. Didn't mean anything by it. I just think about that song remix with her like random little voice lines and whatnot. At sea. It's good. Look at her. Look how smug Nero is. Alright. Getting dark, huh? The enemy is lining up. As expected in the age of close combat, they all have incredible stamina. Still, this is where you need to make your stand. Don't let your guard down. Okay. Let me just clear the trash. I don't think we're clearing this on our... Yeah, definitely not. I don't think Caesar can clear one of these. I'll do this to see how we do. Yes. Oh, darn. If I had put Caesar second, he might have done better damage against the first guy. I think Mash can do 1073 with our quick card. Yeah, we're good. Go get him, Caesar. Only really takes one, but... So much. Whew. Enemies retreating. There didn't seem to be any servants among them. They're all human soldiers. No mages could be love, huh? Anyway, good job. It's gotten really dark. Let's head back, Senpai. If there's a night raid, we'll be in for another battle. You should rest while you can. Did I tell you as much this morning? Yes, you did. Okay. I think I'll go back to my room and sleep. I had to check Magimari's blog too. She should have updated her diary by now. Oh, man. Man. You know that meme that goes around with the Incredibles guy? Mr. Incredible with the when you know thing, and it's like the happy face versus the gloom doom face and whatnot. This isn't really like gloom doom, but it's just funny, you know? Like if you know what this is that he's talking about, it makes you laugh a little bit. That's all. Isn't the world outside destroyed? That's the vital point. The outside world has definitely been destroyed, which means Magimari and that HQ will no longer be updated. Is that what you think? Fool! Magimar is a supreme idol who has transcended beyond this world's circumstances. Well, actually, she's been recreated as an auto-generated AI from original data. Doctor, it's not my place to comment on the hobby of a 30-year-old bachelor, but please do your job. Go back to the most recent episode of minutes or something. Did you not enjoy Mundane Man fighting purple silly cracks or neck girl? Or Beatrix eating burgers? Because that was my favorite part, was that the elf is just walking around eating burgers. Also the sister? Like the sister, do you think she's gonna murder the shit out of him next episode? Not my place to comment on the hobby of a 30-year-old bachelor. Please do your job. Mash is very understanding, and I appreciate that about her. Otherwise, I'll be forced to delete that secret photo of yours. Mash knows where his porn is. Come on, that was a joke. Always checking your surroundings and finding data. Anyway, get some rest, you two. The Emperor's also waiting for your report. Magimari porn folder. Clearly Dr. Roman is subscribed to OnlyFos. Mount Etna. Two things. Man, this like bumps me out a little bit. I really enjoy playing this and like seeing the story again after like it's been so long. But also I know that I'm tired and that I should go to bed. Before I do though, how are we looking? So I plan to where's the select thing? Okay, multi-select, here we go. So let's try to make this easier for ourselves. So Caligula, Caesar, Boudica, Romulus, I feel like Hector might show up in this singularity, but I don't remember for certain. So I'll ignore that for now. For some reason, I think that Shakespeare shows up, but I could be wrong about that. Bedivere doesn't show up in this. Or is it Spartacus might? Maybe. I feel like Spartacus might. I'll click him for now. And then I think that's it mostly. We could bring Chen Gong for funsies. Here we go. Suck sort. This will make things easier. The only issue is that Chen Gong, the skill that I actually want to use him for, is over here. It's his third skill, which is the Buster Up for Berserkers. But we're not going to get that for a while unless we ascend him a good bit. So I don't really know if we'll use him. But I was thinking that he would be a really good support in general for Caligula. But yeah, the people who are probably worth... It is probably worth giving some of our saber bits to Caesar's Charisma skill, because that will no doubt help us. I don't think I'll be able to get it to level 6, but level 4 should be doable. Yeah. At this, like at these low levels of materials, I am hesitant to spend this much when I know that like these materials are pretty precious for us, right? It's not like Uriel where like we know Uriel is useful all the time, and I love her, so like it's fine. But like for the themed battles and whatnot, it'd be really nice if we had the big boy boost of this. Imperial Privilege is worth raising though, because the chance to actually proc the attack up and defense up increases with this. So Imperial Privilege on both Romulus as well as on Caligula, I think is worth raising. I'm not sure if past 4 is worth it or not though. For now, anyway. For now. Okay, we're good there. Sadistic nature would probably make sense to raise, but I'm going to ignore it for a little while. It's definitely worth it to raise Leonidas as well as Georgios's stuff, because the taunting units are like your backbone of keeping things alive when you use berserkers for lots of stuff. So it just kind of makes sense to give them what they can. Okay, that's good. Excuse me. We'll probably use the Harp of Healing, but that can stay at level 1 for now. Yeah, okay. We'll keep it there for now. But, yeah, so I'm gonna... We could get 5 summon tickets for funsies. And then to cap off the stream, we'll do our friend summon, and then maybe throw a summon ticket at Story the Banner for fun. Who knows? We could get lucky and maybe get Nero or something like that. Because that would be cool if we managed to get a 4-star that made sense with the chapter that we were on. The story lock units are locked until you finish stories, and I don't remember if Nero is story locked. I don't think she is, because I'm pretty sure I rolled her early on before I ever actually did it, because I distinctly remember using Nero during the singularity. Whether or not it was to support Nero or not, I don't know. But Jason's good. He's a good lad. Not personality wise, but unit wise, he's useful. And his voice lines are fun when he goes oi oi oi. All right, we're good. Apologies if you hear a Windows notification noise at any point in the next minute or two.
Saber イヤソン、召喚に応じて参上してやった。私は勇者であるが、その前に船長だ。いいか、くれぐれも前線には出すなよ。絶対に出すなよ。
Awesome. Yeah, so he's pretty good. Like, he wasn't around originally when I first did this because he was only added way later. But like having a targetable debuff removal is pretty handy. And the fact that it comes along with, you know, restoring HP is nice. The Conquering the Sea with Friends, which we're not going to unlock for a while because we had to send them 3 times to get that, isn't as useful for the time being, but it does let us buff Medea. So, it's good. He's also an AoE saber. So, he's handy in that regard. Kind of like Fergus, but different. Alright, so what okay, all the fancy banners are gone, which is fine. We have let's do 10 summons with tickets for fun, and then I'll stop for now. You never know what you'll get. But I figure for this alt account, like really, unless it's a specific servant that like we definitely want, I'll just throw stuff at story banner for fun and just enjoy the life of free to play. Without a single care in the world as far as we have to get good things or not. But look at that, that's good. I am all about getting more Uriel for now. I don't think she's MP5 yet. And the sooner she's MP5, the sooner she'll kill Gawain when we do Camelot. More Boudica's good. More Boudica is good and appreciated, considering she'll be part of our themed parties for the Septem route. I do think the Bronze Link manipulators are pretty cool. What are the details on this anyway? Designed by a certain talented mage. If you watched Fate Apocrypha, you know exactly who they're talking about. Its true function is not to assist her in daily life, but to be used in battle. Said to be, upon unleashing its true combat capability, it could even rival the proud Elmaloid's volume and hydrogram. That sounds like bullshit. This sounds like mages trying to cover face. There is no fucking way that the like 4 arms of the Bronze Link manipulator could even come close to how good the Malloy family's alloy thing is. Like Malloy from Fate Zero and then Rhinus from case studies or from FGO. Like, no, Bronze League Manipulator is not winning against that. I'm sorry. Ooh. Now that is a CE that I'm a pretty big fan of. This lad right here gives you more health. Look at this. Increases all allies max HP by 1,000, including sub members. This is really useful. I typically have this on like by taunters to give them and everyone else more life. It also happens to have what's his face? Harvey. Leonardo something Harvey is his name. He's from Fate Extra, and he's like the last, like most impressive and like distinguished mage of like humanity before humanity gives up, basically. And his servant is Gwaine in Fate Extra. And I really love the way he says his name. Like the way that Harvey orders Gwaine around in Fate Extra, like the anime adaptation that they did when they're fighting Nero, it's so good. I don't know, he's just so confident. Which makes sense. I mean, like, he was the last and like best mage family that was there, so. Paracelsus is useful. His material cost is ass though. Like from level 8 to level 9 costs 45 fucking bones. Or is it dust or bones? I think it's bones. It could be dust. Alright, here we go. Here's the 2 times. So this is the 10th pull, and we get a bonus pull off of it. But what do we get? A CE. Art's effectiveness up for 3 turns. I'll probably burn it. It's really not any good. I mean, it is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that I would use because we have better options. Okay. I'm debating about, like, should we invest into Billy, or should we invest into Fujinon? Because Fujino is really fucking good. Like, as far as like a solo unit goes, or like a backline unit, she's pretty amazing when you unlock her like final ability. She also, like Billy, has a sure hit skill, while Billy only has it on his Noble Phantasm. So she's actually better to some extent in that regard, depending on how long a battle lasts. But maybe most importantly is that she inflicts Nullify buff, which is really useful against certain enemies. She's also just adorable, so you know, there's that. Okay, I think that's it. Caesar must be at MP5. Yeah, he's maxed, so don't have to worry about them. We can just burn that. I don't think I have a pop print. Although if I was going to give it to anyone, I'd probably give it to MASH. Yeah, I don't have any of them, which is fine. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I know I didn't make it very far into Septem. We're only at section 4. But It's late. It's 10 minutes to midnight. Fujiwara, sir. Yeah, Fujinon? Yeah. Yeah. Asagami Fujino? Or... Yeah, she... I mean, why wouldn't she be? If Shiki is a servant, why wouldn't she be? If you're watching Garden of Sinners, Karo Kyokai, the event, it featured both of them. So... Shiki is an extremely good assassin, as you might surmise, based on Garden of Sinners. As you can see, her MP is very, very good. I just like that she's eating ice cream. Like it's so fitting. But yeah, as far as who we should like concentrate on raising, like Uriel will probably be my go-to for a lot of this, because there's a lot of male servants, and until we get to part 2, there's not a lot of debuff immunity, which means that if it's male, then Uriel will murder it, which is exactly what we want. And then like between that, like Robin and David are kind of the go-tos there, plus Fujino. But like Robin does stupid damage with his abilities, and then David is just a good party support, so he'll be good to bring against people like that. Hans will be our go-to support. We can definitely bring Waver for a lot of things, but I'm gonna try not to keep it interesting, because Waver is just like too good. And then for amusement, we can bring Giles, but then Bedivere and Caesar will be our go-tos. I'm kind of debating between whether or not I should invest into Fergus or into Jason for our AoE, because Fergus is really, really good, I think. Like I use him in one of my farming parties on my main account, and his materials aren't that bad if I remember right. He mainly just wants seeds. But he does good damage. But also we might end up using Jason a little bit more, because he has slightly more like team party support. So we'll see about that. Unfortunately, Cha-Cha probably won't get much use, because she's a Wolfarer, and I don't understand why I have a copy of her. But she'll be permanently stuck at MP1, and I bet you she'll be stuck at level 40, because I highly doubt that I actually have her materials to upgrade her. Yeah, I don't remember what her upgrade material is, but it definitely isn't here. So. Did you enjoy how like light and refreshing on the ears her voice just was? As a reminder, this is the same voice actress who does the like yelling angry spider in that isekai that came out like a year ago, amongst other roles of hers. It's Yuki Aoi. Alright, any hoodles. We'll do this next time. Next time I play FGO. We'll start in Septem Section 4. But tomorrow, if you're all interested at all, tomorrow will be Friend Code Friday. So Splatoon will be played on stream for fun, and if you have any interest in joining and splatting around with me a bit, we shall we shall do that, and it'll be a good time. And obviously everyone's going to come because it's fantastic and a good time. So, anywho, have a good rest of your day. If you are in the Northeast, apparently it's going to get cold this weekend, is what I'm told. Like, my mother texted me and was like, hey, make sure you stay warm this weekend. And then when I went out to trivia with my friends, they're like, oh, make sure you, like, don't go outside in the next 3 days, because it's going to be, like, minus 20 or more with wind chill or something like that. So, that'll be fun. I'm probably gonna go outside still, just FYI, because I'm thinking I'm gonna get a pizza tomorrow, so I have to go outside. But that's okay. Have a good rest of your night, rest of your day, whatever time, wherever you are, and don't forget to appreciate nice people like Mash. If you keep your mash at level 1, you deserve pain. That's all. That's all I have to say to you. Have a good one. Bye.